All right, let's get to it. Stitch with me. Stitch with me today. First stitch with me of the year. Welcome back, guys. Happy 2018. I'm gonna do my best not to conk my head on this crazy setup I have. Hooray. So excuse the shaking, last night finished up the first block of Brittany's Ingleside Imaginarium January block of the Guardians of Notre Dame Stitch Along. Phew, that was something. It is so pretty though. I love it. I'm so excited that I bought it and I'm stitching along with everybody. The design is awesome. I actually took some time to look at the colors that are going to be throughout the year, and they're so pretty. I'm thrilled. So I'm going to work a little bit on the Primitive Needles Kindred Spirits. I haven't worked on this since I think the beginning of October. It was right around Halloween time. I am looking for my cheaters, which fell on the floor. Are you joking me right now? I bet you I have another pair. I am so prepared. These are my, I don't know if you can see them or not. These are my Vermoos. I did a review on these a while back. Forgot that I had these so close to my stitchy spot. Yay, because my other ones I knocked on the floor when I was trying to set this up. So here we go. I am blind. This is the pattern. You all know what this is. I still don't know if you can see it. Yeah, so I have some left. This is one of my Whipocalypse pieces. So I really want to get it done this year. Stitching it with HDF silks that I got on eBay, and it is on Picture This Plus 40 count Murky. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to handle this nonsense. I'm going to hit my head. I'm going to shake you. Sorry, I'm going to hit my head on this light if I don't move it a little bit. Might still hit my head on that light. What are you gonna do? So how's it been going? Happy 2018. It has been busy since 2017 ended. Indeed. We had a quiet Christmas, which was great. My mom came over on the 23rd. I think I last updated on the 21st because I was getting ready. I think my in-laws had already left for Florida, and we were getting ready to have dinner with my mom for the rest of the holidays, and then there was just nothing else happening. So that was good. Mom came over. We had Woodies. That was amazing. We had a really quiet Christmas. That was even better. And this floss is cray. Yeah, so everything was good. Today I just took down all of our Christmas lights. 1, 2, 3, 4. I deconstructed Christmas this morning. This is the latest that I have ever waited. By the way, I'm trying to stitch two-handed. I haven't done it. I haven't done it on 40 count yet. But most of my Guardians I actually stitched two-handed. So here we go. I'm a little shaky today though, so this might not work on 40 count at all. Anyway, I've never waited this long to deconstruct Christmas. I think I said in my holiday tag, Amy's holiday tag, that I generally am taking everything down 1 or 2 days after Christmas, and I waited until, what is today? The 8th. That is unheard of. Kitty, go away. Kitty's rubbing on me. So that's all done. It took a lot. It felt like it took a lot more time to put away than it did to put up. It's probably not the case at all, but I did decorate quite a bit this year, so who knows? Who knows? Let's see, what have I been up to? Well, I've been working super hard, actually, with 3 Owl Thread stuff. So this is the first month of my Stash Builder Thread of the Month auto ship club. I don't know what I'm calling it yet, obviously. So that's exciting. Some of the threads have already arrived and I have sorted, so I just need to get those out. I am still waiting for my Gentle Art threads to come in, so I guess I'll be shipping in batches, which makes total sense. So tomorrow, likely, I will ship out all of the Weeks Dye Works and Classic Color Works shipments. And then as soon as Gast comes in, I will ship all of those. I also decided to offer Little House Needleworks Farmhouse Christmas. Oh, there's a knot back here. So I opened up pre-orders a few days ago, and I'm offering the charts and floss pack. The flosses are actually on their way to me. I just got a shipping notice, so that's very exciting. And for those of you that have pre-ordered from anybody, they should be arriving, at least at my source. I don't know how many places you can, businesses can pre-order, but they will be arriving supposedly the 25th of January at my supplier, and then they will ship out the same day. So I should have them easily by February 1st. So I'm offering the charts and floss with multiple shipping options. So I will link my order form below if you're interested. If you've just been waiting to pull that trigger, that's how I was. Give me a reason. The reason was offering it for sale. I will be offering it at a very reasonable price. So I'm excited about that. I've been hemming and hawing about ordering it and offering it because really I don't need to start anything else, and I know that I'll want to, and stitch from stash. And then I decided I have a business. I can't base business decisions on stitch from stash. That's insanity. So it seems to be pretty popular. A lot of people in my 3 Owl Threads pre-sale group were excited about it. So I was excited about it. I can't thank you guys enough for supporting my small business. It has been such a wild ride so far. It's really picked up since I've definitely crossed over into cross stitch and more than just my handmade project bags, because let's be real, I haven't made any project bags in a while, though I need to. Yeah, business has definitely picked up. I just released my first newsletter this morning. I will also give you the link to sign up for that if you're interested, which is great for those who don't use Facebook, because most of my announcements come out in my Facebook group, but I'm also going to start using this newsletter system. Not tons. I'm not going to be spamming you every day. Trust me. I don't have that much to say. But when important things happen, like, hey, I'm going to offer the Little House Needleworks new series, wouldn't that be awesome if you as a non-Facebook user would know that I'm doing that, and maybe you would be interested? So that happened. Though for those of you that got it and you read it, so I was reading it over after I sent it this morning, because I've had most of it written for quite a few days. and I was going to send it yesterday, and then time got away from me. So I was rereading it, and I thought, oh, that ended abruptly. No, bye. No, thanks for being here. There should have been. So thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. So there's lots of fun things happening right now for me. I'm getting ready to make another Soda Stitch order. I'm going to restock on a lot of the fairy tales that sold out. Plus there have been some new releases. I'm going to get those. There are 2 new fairy tales, I believe. I think Thumbelina and the Snow Queen are the 2 standalone fairy tales that released, and then there were 2 paper doll sets, an Alice in Wonderland set, and I think a Hansel and Gretel set. Don't quote me, I don't remember. So I'm definitely going to get those. I'm going to get some more Fairy Tale Land 1 and 2 for Garrett's Stitch Along, plus several of the standalones, and then there were other, like Sewing Cats, I will restock because I'm out of that, and Kylie needs it. Right, girl? I know you do. And, oh, some other ones that had been requested. And then just some that I saw and was like, oh my gosh, those are so cute. I didn't see those before. So it'll be a pretty big release with new things. With that said, stuff that was for sale in my group, like the Soda Stitch charts that I released last month, probably, was it last month? Was it in December? I don't know. Yes, it was. Those have been moved to my Etsy shop. So my Etsy shop now has all of my current stock of Soda Stitch. You know, I'm not even counting. I'm not even looking at my pattern. Have you noticed that? I'm just kind of going off these because I know it repeats. And it's a lot easier to go up and down. Like when I was working on this border, it went so fast. And it's not that easy. I don't know if I can stitch two-handed. On 40 count. So anyway, that was a little business update. That's what I've been doing. Kids went back to school today. Woo! 2 weeks off school is a long time. Axel, my 5-year-old, he still had center that he was going to. So he receives behavioral therapy to help him navigate life with his autism. And so he still did that even though he wasn't going to school. He still went to center with his behavior tech and had still somewhat of a schedule. Archer, who was also in an ABA program, they actually took time off though. So he was off school for 2 weeks. And he loved it. His routine, our routine really, was to get up in the morning when we felt like it. And they were usually up by 8. Some days 8:30. And let me tell you, this house, I never sleep in. But I did during our winter break. You know I did. He would get up, come to the couch. I would make him his protein shake, as I do every morning. And he would lay on the couch for no less than 1 hour and watch YouTube on his Kindle. Yup, that's what he wanted to do. And while Axel would get up and be very active, and he would want to play with his Kindle too, and I let them in the morning because then they're not climbing on each other. He would eat breakfast and play with his Kindle, and then Axel's day really started at about 9:30. That's when his BT would come, and she would bring him back at 3. And then Archer and I would just hang out. There were days I didn't get out of my pajamas. I'm pretty sure that kid spent most of his break in pajamas. True story. But it was a long time, and he really needed to go back. Even though he told me this morning he did not want to go to school. He was mad. I put pants on him, and he was like, I don't want to go. I want to be lazy. That's what he told me. I want to stay home and be lazy. Dude, so do I. And also, so last night we got some snow. There was a weather advisory for last night until 9 o'clock this morning. And for a hot second, I was really hoping that we would have a snow day. Just so I could sleep in one more day. However, that did not happen. No snow day. But that's fine, because everybody went to school and I was able to come home and do the Christmas thing and deconstruct. Deconstruct Christmas. Oh, there's a knot back there. Oops. Oh well. So that's what I did. How did everybody's New Year go? I hope it was great. We did a little bit of nothing. My husband actually went out for a little bit on New Year's Eve, which was fine. Generally, we don't go out on New Year's Eve because New Year's Eve is just too many people. That's not even true. Too many drunk people driving around being morons. And I just can't abide by that. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we generally do not go out on New Year's Eve. But this year, his friend invited him over, so he was going to go over for a couple drinks and be home by 11:30 is what he told me. So we could do the whole ball drop thing. And so he did, though he only made it home. He made it home at 11:55. Quick enough to pour some champagne, which I was like, don't pour the champagne. That's for me. My thing on New Year's Day is to drink mimosas all day until the champagne's gone. I never get drunk because I don't get drunk off champagne. Plus, I would get a stomachache from the sugar and the orange juice before I would get drunk from the liquor, or from the alcohol, not liquor. So anyway, he poured some champagne. We had some champagne. It was fine. And then he's like, I think I'm going to go back out. I wasn't very happy. I was not happy. So, leaving out all the dirty details. What am I doing here? 3. He went back out and then came home and then slept all of New Year's Day. Literally all of New Year's Day. So it was just me and the kids hanging out New Year's Day, laying around in our pajamas. That's what we do. And that was that. Then, I want to say, my husband went back to work on the 2nd. And that was a relief. He had taken off, I know that sounds terrible. He had taken off the week between Christmas and New Year's. And I mean, it's nice to have him home and everything. But it's disruption to my routine. And I don't like that. And it was already disrupted because the kids were home. Let's not make it worse. But he did. So I was happy to have him take off. I'm sure he was happy to be out of the house too. This past week, well, it'll be last week. Oh Black Mirror released their fourth season, maybe? Oh my god, sorry. I have to blow my nose. So I spent evenings watching like one episode a night after Archer went to bed. That was fun. I just finished the last one this afternoon after I put away Christmas. I love Black Mirror. It's a great show. I would definitely, if you have Netflix, definitely check it out. Definitely check it out. I'm switching from two-handed because it makes my shoulder ache. Do you guys have that issue? Two-handed stitching. I don't know if I'm any faster. I'm getting better at it though. I notice that my floss twists less when I stitch two-handed. I don't know why that is. Why is that? Anyway. So yes, Black Mirror. I just finished the last one today. So that's all done now. So I don't have to worry about watching that. I need to pick up some of my other things. I missed the X-Files. Darn Archer wouldn't go to bed. And so the new X-Files came out and I missed it. So I gotta hop on Hulu and see if I can pull that up. Because of course it was good. It was Mulder and Scully. Oh, God, I love them. Who watched the Golden Globes last night? Holy cow. Total sob fest. I think I cried the entire show. I'm insane. I know this. It was great. I don't know if I ever, like literally ever, I don't know if I've ever watched the Golden Globes in its entirety. I've had a year of firsts. I guess this will be my second year of firsts. So it was really good. I enjoyed it quite a bit. And it didn't go much past 11, so that was great. Seth Meyers did a good job. He was pretty funny. I'm sure that I've laughed out loud. I laughed out loud more than once. But I really like him anyway. So that was a lot of fun. The only thing I don't like about TV is that I really am unable to stitch and watch TV. So I have to make a choice. One or the other. It's usually not very hard. I will choose stitching over TV any day. Oh, I watched Rogue One over our holiday break. I think I watched that Christmas night. It was on Netflix. That was good. I had never seen that before. And it really makes me want to watch all of the Star Wars again. So here's a little tidbit. I have seen all the Star Wars movies. My ex-husband managed movie theaters. So when they were all re-released in the 90s or 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, probably late 90s, I watched them all. We got to see them usually a day or two before they were released to the public. The reels would get, that was before film was digital and it actually came on reels. The reels would be shipped from, I don't know, the production companies, I guess. And he would have parties. They would, of course, have to get permission from the production companies, and there were some releases that they were not allowed to do that, but the Star Wars ones they were allowed to do. I'm pretty sure maybe they just had to get permission from their home office. I don't know. Anyway, so they would have huge employee parties. All the employees would come in and have like a pre-showing. So I watched them all, but honestly I think that I fell asleep during a lot of them. And then there was one, like the first new one that came out, I think Leaf and I went and saw. We probably went with AJ. And then there was one that just he and I went and saw. And that was the one with Kylo Ren came out. And I didn't understand, like, the first scene is a bunch of stormtroopers coming out. And I was like, who are those guys? Are those bad guys? And Leaf looks at me and he's like, seriously? The stormtroopers? Like, what are you talking about? I didn't know. I didn't know. And then at the end with Luke's, I think it was Luke Skywalker at the end. Is that him? I don't know. And I'm like, who's that guy? Why is he missing a hand? Like, I just didn't remember anything. It was really embarrassing, I guess, when I think about it. So I really want to go and watch them all. Which means I probably just should buy the DVDs, and that way we would always have them. Right? But Rogue One was really good, but I feel like it would have been better if I had watched the other ones, who knows which ones, earlier and actually remembered, because seeing Carrie Fisher, like, surprised me. It's like, oh, that's so cool that they did that. Well, duh, that's what it was. So I kind of felt like a moron. Doing it like this. This is bad. That's okay though. And then the new one that's out, we haven't seen that yet. AJ went and saw it twice. He went with his swim team once, and then he went with his dad and stepmom yesterday, I think. They went and saw it. And my husband almost crashed that party. I told AJ's dad, I was like, yeah, Leaf really wants to watch that. And, whoops, sorry. And AJ's dad is like, well, he can come, you know, no big deal. And that's just how our family works. Like, sure, of course, why would my husband not go to the movies with my ex-husband and his wife? Why? That's not weird. We're not weird at all. So, sadly, the time frame didn't work out for Leaf though, so he couldn't go. He was kind of bummed, and I was just kind of relieved, because no matter how well we all get along, that's just weird. You don't go to the movies with your wife's ex-husband. That's just bizarre. But it's not weird in our family, it's just how we roll. So maybe if I watch some of these other ones, Leaf and I will go. I wonder how much longer I have to go on this crazy border. I'm kind of tired of it. I've got to be close, right? Need to end this floss. Makes me sad. Don't knot the silks. Not the silks. Need some WD-40. How does everybody else get their Lowry's not to squeak? Is there something I can put on there? For the love of God, let me know. It's driving me insane. I think I've done really well without looking at the pattern. Hooray me. Oh, I think I'm in the last couple too. Let me count. Yeah, got 2 more after I finish this one. Moving right along. I wanted to work on this for a few days because it's one of my Apocalypse pieces, but I really want to get back to my Forest Snowfall. Because even though I stitched the house wrong, which you guys haven't seen yet because I haven't updated. I'm going to do a Flosstube next week, I think. Pardon me. I made the house 1 stitch too wide, which means one window is 1 stitch too wide, and it really does drive me crazy, but there's just no way that I'm going to rip out what I would have to rip out to fix it. So it'll be fine. It's gonna have to be. Will have to be just fine. But I want to get back to that. I really like it. And it's still winter. Like this is more of a Halloween-y piece. And I'm still digging winter and snow and Santas. Speaking of, I'm really excited. I've got some floss coming that hopefully I can use for my Prairie Schooler 2007 Santa. And I still have to get to the, like, Michael's or Joann's, because I ran out of DMC 221, and that is what Santa's coat is, and some other things. And while I did find a length of it with my 2004 Prairie Schooler Santa, because they use the same red, and I was able to finish off the coat, I still have to, I feel like I still have to do, no, maybe his hat's done. Maybe I really am done with that. But I'm going to need it for my 2004, because I need to get both those done before Christmas Eve, so I can start another one on Christmas Eve. And maybe even before then. I don't know. I should have gone longer here. Two. Perfect. Really not sure I have anything else to talk about. I think I had a list. I had a list of things I was going to talk about. I think I've blown through them all. Obviously, I'm just not very chatty. It just wasn't a very eventful couple weeks, I guess. I could absolutely go for a nap right now. I am sleepy. Boy, that came and hit me out of nowhere. But I have to pick up Archer in 50 minutes. I should probably take a shower. Haven't done that yet today because, you know, I was knee deep in Christmas stuff and dust. And we have a real tree, and I took that down, which means I had to unscrew it. We use one of those bases that fills with water, and then you screw the trunk down to, you know, make it straight. Oh, son of a gun. Why does this keep happening to me? I'm just going to leave it now. And that meant that pine needles fall on me. There was a little bit of sap. I tell you what, for having that tree, we got that tree on December 3rd, and it is the 8th today. For having that tree for as long as we have, it did not drop very many, what is going on here? It did not drop very many needles. Just fabulous. Okay. Got twisty threads. It's a problem. It's because I'm not stitching two-handed. What do you bet? To let this hang. There's not a good place to let it hang. Hey. Anyway, I'm going to finish up this little bit, and then I guess that'll be it. I do hope you all are enjoying your January. Goal setting. Has anybody set any goals? I don't call them resolutions because I hate resolutions, but I have set some goals. They're little goals. Jen from Delicious Threads talked about this book that she has been purchasing for the last few years, and I think it's called like Your Best Year or something like that. I actually went out and looked at that and bought it, and I haven't even flipped through it yet, but I need to because it looks like a great way to set some goals. set some goals and you know, really just kind of find a focus. I need to find a focus. And really, I just want to go for it. You know what I mean? Just go for stuff. I spend a lot of time being worried about failing. Nothing gets done that way. Nothing gets done that way. So this year is about growth for me. Taking some chances, not being so afraid to do things. You know, I'm just going to make 2018 a great year. I hope you guys are doing the same. It's going to be a great year. It's going to be what we make of it. And we're going to make it a great... What? What are we going to make it? A great year. Okay. I need to actually pay attention to the chart, I think, at this point in time. So I'm going to go so I can look at the chart, take a shower. It was good stitching with you. I don't know about this angle. I might try something different next time. We'll see. Have a great day. Have a great Monday. And I will see you soon. Bye.